All right. So last we left off, what was it? We were in the keep. We were in King Robert's palace
Yes.
in Zrelishe.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember exactly where we left off?
We were just getting done with Leviticus. We were heading back to the thing to meet with Robert again. Because now we have to head to the desert, to the cloud.
You sure? Didn't we have that discussion?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We
had
had
that.
that.
We talked
Yeah.
about meeting Cloud, and Robert
Yeah.
left after proving food for the crew. It seemed like he was sick or something. That he needed to go rest. I think we ended talking about going around and seeing how that assembly was going for at the temple with all the clerics and elders and Father Callan.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point, your own messages have been received, but they're quickly followed up with probably missives from the palace. Probably like the three stewards that take care of the place and send all of the king's messages. In this case, I think Leviticus would have just employed, these scribes to write up your guys' messages. And I think there's a small chapel here in the palace. And so the temple and the head elders of the temple will be called to the palace, where you all will meet in the chapel inside. So, but you have a couple of hours before this happens.
I'm trying to think about what to do with this crew that we've acquired. Not sure exactly what their purpose will be, but I feel in time we will need more ships.
True. If our journey takes us across the Agarian again, we'll need the crew.
I am curious to see the state of the other kingdoms. And I have heard many things in the north about Elithria. I've always wanted to see it myself. Also to see if there's any more aid that we can acquire. Start forming alliances. Start unifying people under the truth that we know. Correcting whatever and however far spread the message that was being spoken before, that this is judgment of the gods. That was false. It's not judgment. Something else. But I also don't know how much time we have.
I feel it's probably best we assume we're running on a winding down clock.
And I'm going to pause the game there for just a second and jump in. As a reminder, Not so much to stop you from your roleplay. You guys can roleplay and say however you want. But just as a reminder, as per game, you guys are not on a clock. This campaign does not move forward unless you guys decide to move forward. That's to allow us to explore the world, right?
Yeah.
You guys don't have to go from one objective to the next, to the next, to the next. You can do what you want.
So if we decide to take time to go explore, this isn't going to suddenly turn into, the whole world is completely flooded.
No. The world's stages will still progress, but I need you guys to remember that the world's stages are a setting. It's not a form of clock. As a stage sets in or, becomes apparent, that doesn't mean you're running out of time. That's your setting. That's just the world reacting to what's happening without you. So you guys need to be aware of that. Just as I know we covered this a little bit in like session 1 or something, maybe even session 2, but it's been a while, right? What session are we on?
9.
9. So good reminder here. You are not on a clock. If there are places you want to go to, things you want to see, go do them. I encourage that. So that's where I'll cut out here.
I think it would be good of us to travel to at least a couple of these places. Make ourselves known.
Probably wouldn't hurt. Especially on our journey down to meet this person called Cloud. It'd probably help to stop at certain points to observe the different parts of the world and how everything's been affected.
See if there's any aid that we can give. I have noticed our power is increasing.
Yes. Slowly but surely. Like all things. I feel one thing we need to figure out is Leviticus mentions taking us halfway there, or at least helping us from the start and getting more towards where this Cloud person is. I feel it's probably help knowing exactly where, or at least the ballpark region. So that way we're not just stuck in the middle of the forest and not knowing where to go.
I don't
then on our
understand
way
how
down-
he's going to get us closer, but
I don't know. But with wizard types, you never know.
I've heard many stories of their power.
I've
Great
heard
and
of-
terrible things. But if he's employed by his kingdom, then must not be one of those types.
Mm.
I hope.
Well, hopefully, unless he's using this as a front. But I doubt it. I feel like if we knew where he was sending us, we could be able to, on our journey down south, we could stop by cities and different villages and try to lend our aid as much as we could. I feel that's something that would probably help us along our journey. Just knowing where we're supposed to go. To have a route. Even if it is just a basic outline of them.
Well, our path, King Robert said that it was halfway across the world, or on the other side of the world. So this place that we're going to is very far away.
Very. But then the other question is Leviticus saying that he can get us halfway there? How? And where is the halfway point?
I don't know. Perhaps we should.
I feel like we should probably speak to him.
See if we can get a lay of the land.
See
I
if he
am-
has a map. Maybe this wizard has one.
Yeah.
Actually, probably not. I
I
feel like
know,
most people.
I know some names, but putting locations to the names, I haven't the slightest idea.
I mean, me neither. I won't lie. Anything down south, honestly, is over my head. Hey, maybe we should make a map. Probably wouldn't hurt.
Do either of you know how to draw?
Well, I mean, we have Miss Calligraphy over there, so.
Hey, calligraphy. Do I have cartography skill?
I don't.
I
think
could draw
anyone-
pretty stuff.
can
I do
draw
have
pretty good.
cartographer's tools. No, we got
Oh.
this. We got this. Yeah, I can start making a map.
Let's go!
I can make a map.
Make a map!
I got cartographer skills, tools.
Oh,
Hmm. Make our own map then.
well, I feel we should probably see if there's a map around here that we can make a copy of and then fill in the blanks, so to say.
The war chamber of the king.
Well, I don't know if he'd allow us in there.
I would
Yeah,
assume not.
well, he might, though. I don't know.
Actually, oh no, that you say that.
I mean, I feel like if it's for our journey, I mean, he did say he was willing to help us. So, I mean,
He did give us an entire chest of diamonds. That was
he did do that.
I'm still trying to process that.
I listen. I
Great wealth.
was trying to, but especially because of how easily he did it. Then I was just like, I don't know if I don't know. Think it's good for my sanity.
This place is very wealthy.
Well, the fact that this isn't even the biggest kingdom, and this is how much wealth he has, it makes me very worrisome about how much the bigger kingdoms have to just give away.
Well, in these times, the gems wouldn't matter much.
This is true. I mean, he did say that wealth is only as good as you. There's things to trade, but at this point, food is more valuable than the currency using to buy it.
Which reminds me, how much food does the party currently have on them or in their possession?
I have. Where's my rations?
13 rations.
Okay.
10.
Now you guys have been fed for the most part since before Pandessia, I guess you could consider it that. You have not had to dip into the rations that you currently have. There will come a time when you most certainly will.
I have 15.
Oh wow. You guys are gonna be okay for a little while. But yeah, so for now, while you guys are behind the walls of the palace and you're in the palace, you're taken care of. The king has enough food stockpiled away to, for sieges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But even that food will eventually run out. So, again, reminder, these things that I say are not meant to make you feel like you're on a clock. They're meant to give you an idea of what is happening in the world.
Yeah. Plus all the rain drowning the crops or something that helps.
No. No, it doesn't.
No.
All the more reason to cross the Ardari. Or at least walk around it, maybe. I don't know if I want to go in the Ardarian right now.
We will need to bring word to Thessalonia at some point, for all that's happened.
Yes. We will. I wonder how Midscliff is holding up. Ooh. And I feel like we have two things we need to be doing while we're here. One, the map thing. I feel we should bring that to the king as soon as he's in a better frame of mind on resting. But then also try and meet with Leviticus again and speak about this assistance in cutting the length of our journey.
Should make sure we're supplied as well.
Yes. Probably
Isn't
would be a
too
good
much
thing
that
to die of starvation.
We should ask the wizard if he has any fancy inventions we could take with us.
No, yeah.
Potions and the like.
I will say that I actually have all of those healing potions that were given to us.
I was gonna say,
So-
I don't believe we've used him. I don't think we have.
I wonder if he has any way to protect our tents from the rain.
Yeah. That would be very convenient and very helpful. Especially if there's no way to stop this from anytime soon.
So what's the plan? The party wants to go see Leviticus before they meet with the leaders of the church.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Leviticus is found chatting with I guess he would be he looks like a guard. He's wearing like the king's family and house sigil on his breast. But you can see his armor is a little fancier. He's probably someone of a higher rank. His helmet is under his arm, and he's got blonde hair, aged face, maybe around his 30s, and a big mustache across his face. And Leviticus is chatting with him before he gives him a salute, and the guard dismisses himself. He turns and only takes a few steps, but approaches you and says, "Oh, welcome. Did the message from the clergy arrive yet? Are they gathering?"
Yes, I believe they are. But we wanted to come discuss a couple things with you.
Cool.
Before.
This way. He kind of looks over his shoulder and makes sure that nobody else is like within earshot of you guys. There's a couple other members in the hall here. Maybe nobility or kingly advisors. But you guys step off to the side, and he says, What's what seems to be bothering you?
Where exactly you plan on taking us, and how, to get to this cloud?
I'm glad you asked. There's a large forest to the south. It is a forest of dense humidity, and it's a strange land. Entering it can be far more difficult than leaving. The forest has a way of rejecting travelers. A while ago, I was able to find my way in, and I left behind a kind of mark. And from my tower, I can instantly, and he snaps his finger, transport you from here to that mark, where you would have to finish the rest of the journey south into the deserts.
Right. Just like that.
Just like that, yes.
Is there anywhere else that you could take us? Across the sea?
I mean, Sure. I have a mark in Elithria. I travel in between there often.
I look to the other two. Look back to him. You do?
I do, yes. I was there last week. Just for the day, though.
Of course, a day trip on the other side of the ocean. Sea.
Yeah.
You don't. I do. He gives you a smile. Why do you ask?
Well, we feel as though that people should know the message that we have to say across from the kingdoms, hear it from ourselves, see us, see that we are real, that this prophecy is real, aside from everything that's happening. To put a face to names could be important. And while we're in Thessalonia, there was a prophet of sorts who claimed to be a prophet, claiming that this is the judgment of the gods. And what we have seen, we have been told, what we've heard, what we have experienced, says otherwise.
He kind of gives a few subtle, quick nods. His eyes kind of squint a bit, and he goes, I've got to be honest, big fella. I'm not the person to talk to about this kind of thing. I'm happy to see that you guys are thinking, but this kind of question may be one for your brothers, sisters, mothers, and fathers, whatever you call it.
Yes.
Them.
But you,
But you're thinking.
you
That's
have
good.
the ability to transport us, if possible, if you would be willing.
Oh, that's what you're getting at. Ah, I
Across the
see.
sea.
Without the mumbo jumbo, and you just go straight to the point. Yes, absolutely. I can transport you there. And if you need to stay for a week or so, I'll visit in a week and take you back with me.
That would be appreciated. We've heard names in the south, and myself, this is as far south as I've been. Does the king have a map that we could look at, possibly make a copy?
He kind of chuckles at the notion of making a copy. And he says, well, there are plenty of maps you can look at, but making a copy would prove difficult. This way. And he takes you guys down this colonnaded corridor. deeper into the heart of the palace. And there's this really nice outdoor causeway that you pop out at with gardens that are open to the sky. And finally, you enter into a room in the back of this garden through 2 wooden double doors. And inside is a long hallway. It has no rooms that branch off of it. It's just a big, long hallway with windows. And painted on the walls in between the windows is a long series of maps. There's a map of the city of Paisakar. There's a map of the city of Israelishe. And they're dated to a specific time. So most of these maps were made about 200 years ago. You have the coast of the Argarian. There's regional maps and then a couple of maps of the whole Argarian. There's a series of maps in here. And they look to have similar artist style, but there's a series of paintings where their strokes, the painted strokes, betray themselves and the artist. These were not made by one person, but a number of people over the course of years.
There are many maps here. Let's hear this one's the sea. So,
Where's the map? Where's the map?
how far? There's one of the Argarian Sea.
How far?
Yeah. Is there one of the Argarian Sea, you said?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
There's an entire map of it.
yeah. So how far would you say in distance we are to go? And how far would we have to go on foot?
Cutting across the Argarian?
Or I guess I'm asking in relation to, or I'm asking Leviticus, like how far Cloud is from here in relation to this map. Like how far do we have to go on foot?
Yeah, okay. Well, you would have to travel hundreds, if not thousands of miles to get to Cloud on foot.
Eek.
Through the
Understanding how far
ocean,
this is now.
it's about 300 miles across until you hit like the closest port. And you can see on the map that it is it's been labeled Elithria on the other side. So directly west of you guys across the sea is Elithria.
Mm.
And then of course you have the island of Thessalonia, which is the largest island in the Argarian. There we go.
See the big monster.
Gee.
Pay no mind to.
Oh yeah, no worries, no worries.
Yeah.
It's just a giant monster. Don't worry about it.
What monster?
Yeah, West
Oh,
right?
monster.
There ain't no monster. There's no monster. No monster.
Yeah, no monster.
Who said monster?
Who said monster? It's
Oh, wasn't that like the pirate island? Lamau get fucked, I guess.
ah,
It was. Alright.
Don't even worry about it, Melrig. The pirate problem is gonna be solved all on its own. Don't even have to show up. We're gonna show up to Pirate Island. It's gonna be like the meme of John Travolta coming out of the bathroom, just like, where would he go?
Where would go?
Where would he go?
Where-
Okay, so
Well, I guess the other question would be, because to cross the thing would be, time consuming. But where is his portal at?
Hmm.
Where is the magic circle taking us out of?
Where? What do you mean?
Like, he said he put it in a random forest. Like,
Oh,
where's...
it's not a random forest. He named the forest.
Oh, he
He
did?
told you about it. Yeah, it wasn't random.
Mhm. I guess, is the forest on this map? I guess is my question.
On this map, no, it's not. You can see a portion of it on a whole different map if you want to go looking for it.
I mean, kind of?
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me just a second here to unveil this one. I need to take the dynamic lighting off before I transfer you. And also hide something else. There we go.
Hide the other thing.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's that really puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
Just a little bit.
Oh my.
Seems the artist was not quite finished with this map, and it was never picked up by another artist.
Must have taken a really long time to draw on all those grass pieces.
Break. Bro.
Where was the portal exit?
Yeah.
Well, he's not gonna like pinpoint it on a map, but he says it's in the middle of this forest. This is the Sigilwood.
Oh. I see. This way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's been a decent distance then. Okay.
Mayhaps we'll run into someone else in the Sigilwood.
Who could you be inquiring about?
No. It's a dense forest.
It is a very dense forest.
Mayhaps no zombies. Mayhaps zombies.
Maybe.
Depending. So you have a portal here, one to the Sigilwood, and then one to Zrillisha.
And other places?
But of course.
Is there anything that we should know before we travel? Anything we should acquire? Other than food, water.
Those would be your basics. But along your journey, you may be forced to go into some unsavory places. It is in these darkest of places where sometimes the most forgotten of relics can be found by people like yourselves from long ago. In my journeys, I found such places and such relics.
What kind of relics in this place?
It depends on what someone was trying to do, what they were stealing, what they were making. Everything just depends. So, when you find yourself in the darkest corners of the world, Just know that it is possible you are not the first to come there.
So this is dark place that we are going to. The Sigilwood? Is it cursed?
It can be. No, not in. Well. No.
Is it just dangerous?
It's just spooky. A hint of magic in the air, but that's about it.
You know.
Is the place hostile, or will we be able to find...
Oh, yes, there are very dangerous things there.
Oh, definitely.
Well, there is an entire subsection of elven kind that lives there. They are protective of their land, their territory, especially from outsiders.
They will not be welcoming.
It depends.
Depends on
They
what.
value the respect of their land. In some cases, they may just leave you alone, but most interactions found with them they end in violence.
Have you interacted with them?
No, I have never seen them. I stayed out of sight. Perhaps not as well as them, which was always a fear I had as I traveled through it.
Well, I feel we best not try to disturb them or garner their ear at all over there.
Recommendation, no fires.
Oh. Okay. I will not use my fire.
That's if you could find any dry wood in it anymore these days.
No, I don't really need dry wood for my fire.
He, I don't know, looks a little puzzled and says, if there's nothing else, I suppose if you're looking to travel to Elithria, come find me after you speak with the priests. They may yet change your mind.
Depending on how this meeting goes, we will meet you if everything goes correctly.
Gives you like a nod. Like a kind of a lazy bow. And I don't know. Dismiss himself.
Well, I guess we need to meet with the priest. And then after we get done with them, hopefully nothing will be too out of pocket. And then we can go with Leviticus to Elithria and see how they're doing.
Yes. Does anyone know the way through this place?
Not a clue.
Leviticus?
Go back.
You please lead us to the castle.
He's gone.
He's
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Sorry. You're in the palace. He just, comes back, takes you around the corner, and pops the chapel door open, and says, your meeting will take place in here. It's a double door. They're nice doors. The inside handles are a bit dusty. The pews are a bit dusty. It looks like it hasn't been taken care of in a good while.
What's the tapestries all over again? Feel we really need to educate this king about taking care of his chapels. What's the tapestries, now this.
I do hope that he will change the way.
Yeah, let's hope. I know at the very least they're getting him tapestries, so that'll at least take care of one of the problems. Yeah. How much longer till the priest get here?
Could be some time.
Well, if
How about we...
besides my time, it'd probably be best for us just to pray and try to reach out to the gods again.
Is the place set up? Is there, like, stuff we could move around? Or is it well cupped up?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I mean, you could move a few things around, right? There's like a few tables in the corner of the room. There's a podium, couple of chairs in here, mostly like pillows.
Okay. Just didn't know if the room needed reorganizing or anything. If it was already kind of set up.
Well, they certainly didn't come in here and set anything up for you.
Bastards.
And judging from the look of the place, it doesn't look like it has a chaplain that takes care of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's kind of dusty, and it smells like, I don't know, wet rocks in here. I don't know.
Yummy.
Yeah. Well, it's not the best chapel in the world, but I guess we can move a few things around, get it kind of set up.
No.
Okay. So you guys spend the time, you clean up the chapel.
Mhm.
And I would say maybe about an hour later, by the time you have finished, you have but like a 2-minute break before the doors open, and 3 members of the palace guard step in, and behind them they are leading a procession of men and women that are dressed in different colors representing their faith or their class. These are, but they all look like they are wearing some form of pious garment. The guards kind of dismiss themselves off to the side, and they just kind of begin watching everyone. Their presence is merely to encourage just, peace and order as everybody comes in. As people begin to kind of spread out, they start finding, people they know, people they recognize, and they will begin to have conversations among themselves. The room becomes a cacophony of conversations, until Father Callan his face kind of emerges from the crowd, and he makes his way forward and says, Vimak, you can see your head over the top of the crowd.
Yes, easy to spot amongst all of these.
He
Good
kind
to
of
see
pushes
you.
his
How many
way
are you?
through, and he looks around and he says, well, most of the members from the local surroundings are here too. Small churches and the local towns. It seems the word has gotten out that we were having our meeting. We already had a large congregation here in town to petition things with the king, so of course this would spread.
It's good that everyone came. It's good they were already here.
The more the merrier.
Fate would have it, it seems. So, can you tell me? And he kind of leans in a bit more towards you, Vimok, kind of like standing on his toes, and he goes, "What's going on?"
It's everything that we had seen in Pandessia. The entity that we had faced. What it claimed to be. And the truth of what's happening here. All of this.
He kind of nods a little bit the whole time. You're breaking this down for him, and he... Okay. Well, good. Maybe some clarity. Maybe we'll understand a little bit more about the rain. And
Hopefully.
he kind of nods and see his eyes move between the three of you, and he says, all right. Oh, I will find my seat. I have acolytes, students, that I need to ensure have made it through the crowd. We didn't think it would be this big. We'll speak after.
Of course.
And he's gonna go find his students.
Turn to you, Samara and Melrig. And doing like half squat. Squatting down.
Just do a full squat, man. You know you need to.
Yeah, I got it.
He's in
Probably
the
in deep
class,
squat.
like bending on his hands on his knees. You know.
No, see, it's like he half squats, but then he
Oh, look at that
realizes
little
he needs to
guy.
like full squat to like get back down.
Yeah, I'm an athlete.
Look at you, little guys.
So,
I feel like we're the children to the parent that's done something bad.
Let me tell you what happened to your dad last night.
Your dad didn't make it. We were on guard, and someone took him.
it's funny every time. So,
Sometimes.
Well,
Sorry.
let's get back. What
Yes.
you need to.
you know, after what Leviticus had said, are we sure this isn't the judgment of the gods? Is that the way that we want to display this?
I mean, for which part? The rains, the sea serpent?
All of it, really.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I feel we're in a situation where saying it's judgment for the gods is only going to make it worse. And let's be honest, don't really know if it is the judgment.
I don't. You think this is the judgment of the gods?
Well, it's what that prophet had claimed. And after what we experienced in seeing the absent mind, seeing the void.
Yes, but the void isn't one of the gods. He despises the gods.
No.
Well, yes, but he is a similar entity in that case.
I guess, but
With especially how long he's been on Panda, or how long he's been on this world for, on Naphus. Maybe the
if-
gods thought they were harboring him.
There was something that it
Or
had said that led us down this thought. Or me. I'm not sure. I don't remember
No.
exactly.
I don't either. It's been too long. Too many things.
I think the gods want us to stop what's happening. I don't think this is their judgment. I think this is a being that has been long powerless or asleep or away that is now waking itself up, beginning to reclaim the universe. I don't think the void is a god, because that would assume that it's like our gods. It's something else, something far more ancient and primordial.
This is true.
It despises everything the gods have made and created, and I think the gods want us to put the void back in its cage, so to speak, or something.
Simply go ahead.
Part of me believes it's not necessarily the judgment of the gods on us, but I mean, to be honest, we only took a part of the void that was on Naphus. Who knows what the gods are dealing with? Maybe it's not necessarily the judgment of the gods, but the side effects of what they're dealing with. Look at this rain. I doubt this is a judgment from them. If anything, it could just be
An effect from
an effect of their war on the void. They're not necessarily as vigilant as they used to be, because they're split in too many directions now.
Perhaps we should start with reciting the prophecy to them and just going through everything that we've experienced, telling them every detail we remember, every word that it said, seeing their interpretation, and comparing it with our own, sharing our own, collaborating with all of them.
Yes. I think we should be as honest as we can.
So we don't know for sure, but at least I believe this isn't judgment. Not after everything we've been through so far.
No, I don't think that it's judgment. It's too much. And if it is judgment, what's it judgment for? There's no clear sign.
Why have us try and stop it?
Yes. Why lead us to all of us to Miscliff? Be combined into the group that we were. Being made aware of the prophecy. Being read the first chapter. Completing the first chapter.
Yes.
I feel the gods are not to blame. I feel a lot of this is just the side effects of everything that's happening in the world. And who knows? That giant sea serpent we saw. Maybe it's the reason for the rain. Maybe it's
Perhaps.
attached to the void in some way and has control over the weather.
Perhaps it's a piece of the void.
It could be. It could be a pet of the void. I mean, you saw that dragon thing, what it turned into. Who's to say that's not one of his pieces again?
It's true. If just its breath could manifest into Pandessia, or control Pandessia, or create Pandessia, who knows what other parts of it can be.
Yeah. And also, we don't know how far spread this rain is. This rain could be held purely to this side of the sea. When we go to Elithria with Leviticus, there could be no rain.
It could be dry as a desert.
And then the rain stops on Zrelishe and this side of the sea, and then all of a sudden it starts raining in Elithria. There's a serpent on that side now. Who knows? We don't know.
There are many unknowns.
Feel it's best for us to too many in this case. I feel it's best, been not said. Share with him the chapters of the prophecy that we have. Tell them our side. Tell them what we've done, what we've been through, and what this latest chapter is revealed to us in this case.
That will send an entire wave of discussions throughout all of the chapels. This
Have
third
them spread
chapter.
the word. I feel this is something that, I mean, look at this kingdom, look at this king and his palace. I mean, this chapel here. Where's the priest or chaplain that's in charge of it? Where's, I mean, look at the tapestries that were in his main hall.
Hmm.
If this is how the king of this kingdom is treating the gods, who knows what these other kingdoms are doing?
That would give credit to this being judgment.
It would. It would give more ammunition to the people that are claiming that it's the judgment of the gods against the people of Naphus. Saying that the gods are not being properly worshipped. That it's the reason why the rain won't stop.
Perhaps we can add that in towards the end. What we see now, finishing the account of what we've been through. Saying that the only solution to all of this is going to be through the gods. Tell them to look at what is around them. This isn't honor. This is nothing. But then questions will arise of that prophet in Thessalonia, and if there were any others.
This, unfortunately, I feel something we will find when we reach Elithria. Was that just a singular event that happened? Or was it more widespread? Are there others? How many others? How deeply rooted is the doubt and the questions that this is a work of the gods? Well, Enoch, I feel you're going to have to get the attention of them. I feel Samara and myself are not equipped to get this much attention.
Alright, stand up. Everyone! We're ready.
Everybody begins to quiet down. Now, just as a reminder, before we jump in, you don't have to tell the whole story, right? If you say, I want to describe this, you can say, I describe this. If you do want to go into it, you can. I'm not discouraging you, just as a reminder that is okay. So, the crowd quiets. Everyone finds their seat. And you can see that in front of you, like, the whole front row is taken up by, like, scribes. People with, like, vellum and parchment. And they are getting ready to write down and record, basically, the meeting.
We want to just explain how we did it.
Yeah. I would say just explain the entirety of the process and
So we start with just reading the prophecy, just what we have. Then explain that we were all called to Thessalonia, which we gathered underneath the I forget what the name of the place was, the chapel thing there. Working under the Order of the Shield. There was a period of time we'll go into when we went into the temple there and prayed and heard the voice of the gods saying Song of Creation. And from there going to Synod of Thessalonia, acquiring the prophecy and following it and just going through everything that we had done, everything that we've seen, what we remember of the words that the Void specifically said, or the Breath of the Void had said.
When you recant the story of the Minotaur specifically, that is going to draw several gasps. That is something that gets people murmuring, and there is kind of a call to order back through the assembly. That lasts for like 3-4 seconds before everybody gives you their attention again, and you're allowed to continue. So, there is a point, though, when you get to Pandessia. Maybe when you're describing the absent mind. Let's go to that. What is the absent mind?
We go through it first. That was just a voice speaking to us, saying things that were of a twisted prophetic nature. It had similarities to the prophecy that we had received. It was twisted. And it wasn't exactly what the prophecy was, but it was like giving its own prophecy. What we would do. And by the end of it, it happened. It knew the path that we were going to take. And through the rest of the explanation, revealing that it was an entity that had not only control over everything inside of Pandessia, but of Pandessia itself, and that it was its creator, that it created Pandessia. And also
So the first question that immediately gets shouted out to you is, okay, well then where is he? Where is the absent mind?
From what we have experienced, we defeated it.
But where is its corpse?
There is no
Did you see
corpse.
it dead?
The state of its being, its form, was shredding and falling apart, phasing apart. I wouldn't use the word phasing, I don't know that word. It was falling apart. From the powers that were being called from the gods to us.
On the whole other side of the assembly room, there's another call out. And this melody, where is it? Do you have it?
Look to Samara.
I will produce the fragment of the melody that we have. I'll explain where we found it, the shape we did. I'll explain the song that it was singing. And then I'll explain what Vimok and Melrig saw while I was picking up the melody, and that study of the fragment has allowed me to access some of its power.
Okay, so you produce the melody, the shard, and I think the next question that comes out is, and where is the prophecy? Has it been studied by scholars, proven for authenticity?
Pull it forward in the tube. Pat it. Say, so far, Samara is the only one who is able to read this prophecy. And even when she does it, there is strain. It has an effect on her.
A member of the assembly stands and kind of holds his hand up, not in like high up over his head, but like, you know, his arm is in like that L shape, and he's holding his right hand up with his palm exposed. And he says that as a member of this honored assembly, I wish to call a vote that we call forth from this room the most professional and capable scribes to step forward and view the scroll and to discuss its contents with the rest of the assembly.
I like to Samara and Malray.
We ask the procurers of the scroll to grant this vote.
I think we should let them take a stab at it. Yeah.
They
Let
can
them
attempt to read it all they want.
We've written down our passages, and it would be helpful to see if they can,
Yeah,
whatever can be done to help convince them of our cause and of its validity.
Of course you can.
Yes. Do it.
So a vote is called.
I will also produce a copy of the notes and our translation of the text.
Your translation, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Did that from the stone giants in Pandessia, that stone tablet they etched, is that a real thing? Do I have that?
Did you
take it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, how big was it? Is it something that I could take?
It was really big. No, like this was like they were etching it in to leave it behind in the library, not to give you. This wasn't like something small.
Oh,
this is a
okay.
large tablet that is held by giants to record records.
Okay.
I mean, maybe you could have
copied
carried
it
it out, but like, yeah,
yeah,
it
one
would
of them been carrying it through Pandessia. No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was that big.
Just carrying a section of stone wall.
Yeah, never mind. Would have been cool.
I mean, if it is real, it is in probably one of the most vast libraries on Naphus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there.
We could go track that baby down.
Run it back real quick.
Yep.
Run it back.
The whole library. Just pick it up and take it.
Because Pandessia is not real anymore.
My carrying capacity is a lot. I can carry a library.
Time to get there would be faster because we just have to walk. We don't have to be dealing with like the chaos bullshit, you know.
That's true. I mean, I guess we would have to remember where it is.
That's
That's
not-
true.
Chaos-induced Pandessia version.
That's true. We only did find it because we were thinking the guy, the absent mind, was sending us there on
Yeah.
purpose.
And like the whole
Who knows?
thing was like, oh, you think about it and it comes true.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, it could literally be on like a corner of the world that we're never gonna go to in some mountain.
Oh no, it's still have to be in. It's still have to be in Pandessia, right? It could still have to be in that terrain.
That's
Maybe.
true.
Mm,
But to be fair,
I don't
though, they
think
also-
anybody understands the absent mind.
No,
that's true. It could have been. Yeah, it could have just been somewhere, just like a little plot of land. That's like, all right, here's the little loading area.
well, and also like whenever we left, because like we walked into it, and it's just like in a mountain.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta steer us back.
Sorry.
Back to the assembly room where the vote is being counted. Right? So you guys have this little discussion while the vote is coming in and being counted. And the vote is unanimous. The assembly wishes for the scroll to be looked at. So there are another series of votes that come in where 3 members of the assembly will be selected. Of course, there are not just 3 volunteers, there are several. So these volunteers now need to list off what their qualifications are and how many different languages they know and all this other stuff.
Do I know what language the scroll is in?
No, I don't think so. Has it been told to you before?
I don't think.
Have you
so.
written that down? I mean, if nobody's told you and you haven't written it down, I don't think so.
I don't think anybody has told me what language it's in. I just have been able to read it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I think we all tried to read it, and we all listed out what languages we can speak, and just knew it wasn't the languages that Denmark and I can speak.
Yeah, okay. So, no, I don't think you are aware.
But, I mean, in that case, I mean, we could unfurl the scroll and see if any of them can read it.
That's what is exactly going to happen. That's why they're
Absolutely.
calling votes. They're trying to ensure that the most capable of people are the ones who are looking at this for the assembly.
Should we add in the languages Denmark and I speak to be like, if you speak this one, it's not that.
Yeah.
You could like write those down and give a piece of paper over to the I guess like the stenographers. They're the one who are counting the votes and recording everything and right. So you could like walk over and let them know, and they'll like inscribe it on a piece of paper, like or even in the record, like let the record stand that that Melrig and Vimok have stated that these languages are to be excluded from whether or not a candidate is selected.
Yeah.
Denmark, what languages do you speak?
Giant and
I was gonna say, could I speak Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish?
Common, Dwarven, Elvish.
So, the second round of voting goes through, and 3 capable members of the assembly are selected and called forward, where you 3 are instructed to please produce the scroll, and you all are going to be the ones to handle it because it is old. And so, as you all carefully unfurl the scroll, yeah. There is not a single scribe here that can read it.
Hmm.
Could we?
Insight checks though.
Oh,
There is one, however. In one of the scribes that is chosen is a woman of of increased age. She's probably like 60.
Mhm.
And she says that when it's announced that none of them can read it, the assembly begins to kind of erupt back into murmurs before order is called. And this woman holds up her right hand, palm exposed, and says, "There is a reason why none of us can read it. It is written in the hand of the gods. This is celestial. No one can read it." The murmurs erupt again. Samara, what is going through your head?
Samara is utterly floored at the moment at this realization that this entire time she's been reading Celestial. And she thinks back to the guy on the like street corner singing in like reverse Celestial in this language that only she could understand at that time. And is just almost kind of terrified by this realization about and confused about what this means, like, at all.
Okay, I want to keep you right there, in that spot. When the woman raises her voice and says, "Now this begs the question as to whether or not Samara can even read this at all. Are we all following what could be a fluke, or is she telling the truth? I, for one, trust that this be the truth. However, that would open a new series of questions."
I'll whisper over to Samara. They might need to hear about the rest of what we saw. If you are comfortable.
I need to know about the wings.
Only if you're ready.
It also explains the wings. If not, we won't mention it.
It may be worth bringing it up, but I think you should say it.
They will have many questions for you.
A lot.
Are you
We can
sure?
answer them the
Okay.
best we can, but I fear they're going to want to hear it from you.
Okay.
This is it. We won't have. I mean, it's going to be hard to keep having these assemblies in the future.
They need to
Yes,
hear. We're
They
with
need
you.
to hear it now.
you got this. And if they say something wrong,
There
you
is
always have fire bolts.
chuckle. Please don't.
Finmark, would you be willing to say it?
I'll tell them.
Thank you.
There is more that we have to tell. Of what we saw.
The crowd silences.
Samara, the absent mind, this entity seemed to take a liking to her, targeting her, speaking about her, calling her Ethan Boar. In the chamber when we were fighting this entity, there was a moment Maybe it was before. I don't remember exactly. So, I'll keep going with it. In the chamber, we saw a light from Samara. An imagery of wings protruding from her. She can also see well in the dark. Something... When I first came down here, I thought it was just something that humans could do in the south. But none of the others can. We find similar descriptions in a journal of Cain Lethalis. Or, no, in the journal of Neil Gatton about Cain Lethalis. And so we would ask you...
Murmurs.
We would ask
More
you,
and more.
what is your interpretation?
The murmurs begin to erupt in small pockets around the assembly hall into arguments. It will be a few seconds before order is restored. A booming voice lets out, and it is the old woman who seems to have used a form of magic to amplify her voice and have it echo across the... I keep calling it an assembly hall. It's not an assembly hall. You guys are in a dusty chapel.
Mhm.
And the woman says, it only makes sense that the gods would send us help in this way. Don't you all see? And she addresses the assembly. She says, we've all been praying for the rains to stop, for the gods to hear us. Many of us have even said that we are losing hope. The gods have not acted. They have not aided us. But this is false. They have. Samara, she looks to you. How old are you, child?
I'm 23.
23 years ago, the gods acted. Their hand is extended into our world, in the only way that we know they can. Cain was the first. Samara is the second. And Azimar, a child of the gods, walks among us again. And to you, child, we give our entire future. You and your companions. The church is at your disposal. Unless this too need be called to vote. And she glares among the assembly room, or the chapel. No hand dares go up.
We bore witness to the power that flows through her from the gods. They have answered our prayers.
Then this prophecy must stay in your safekeeping. You three. You must interpret it as best you can. And of course, the resources of the wider church will be available to you. Word will be sent out to every kingdom we can muster. Whether or not they believe us is entirely up to them, but every stamp of approval we have will be sent. And of course, the king must be notified.
Yes, the king. And look around. There are many things that should be said to the king. And I understand that not anything can be said to a ruler. The Dominion. But look around, all of you. If any of you have been into his chamber, his throne room, there's no worship of the gods in this building. Not really. This is all for him. And it's an example that he is setting. The only
younger
way through this
man-
is through the gods.
A younger man in the assembly stands and raises his right hand and says, Dimok brings up a valuable importance. There will be many who will look to steer these heroes away from their quest. There are many who will look to tie themselves to their cause. I feel that it is in this body's best interest to appoint an advising council with which these prophetic heroes can be instructed on how to move forward in the coming days. Desperation will set in. And this small chapel, and he gestures with both hands at where you all are standing, is merely a reflection of the greater kingdom. Perhaps several. There may not be true worship behind the words of every person who crosses their path. They will be tempted. We cannot let that happen.
This young man speaks true. Desperation is already setting in. When we were in search for our ship, we took refuge on one that was docked in the harbor. And its crew, learning who we were, sought to hold us captive and ransom us for food. This is already happening with well-off merchants, or whatever they were. They had a ship, they had a crew, they had wealth, and even they were struggling. How much worse could it be? Poor. Food is going to be of utmost importance. That is something that we should focus on as well. And pray to the gods for a way.
Photographers announce that a vote will be called to an advising body to the prophetic heroes. Ones that can answer questions and advise them on how to move forward when it comes to their growing fame. Of course, the number of advisors that you all wish to have for the next few days is up to you. How much is too much? How few are too few?
I want 17 members with a whole board structure.
If that's what you want.
No. 7.
7.
7.
Okay. 7 members of the assembly will have to be voted on. Since there are so many people, there will have to be multiple votes to narrow down and eliminate those who do not receive enough votes. So voting will actually last for the remainder of the afternoon on this matter. You guys will be sent out into, well, actually not sent out, but you will be escorted to a safe room where if dispute breaks out or disagreement breaks out, the heroes are not put at risk. And you will be called back in when voting is done. So you're taken back to your chambers for the next, 2-3 hours.
I'm gonna start slinging spirit
And-
guardians on each other.
You all are instructed that, just by the guards, that you are not to leave, and it is for your own safety.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair.
So they lock you guys into your quarters for, it's going to be like the next 3 hours.
Oh, it's not nice. Hey, Leviticus.
Yeah, this is going to be a rigorous rounds of voting.
This one, did we just come back and there's just scorch marks on the wall?
We'll see.
I mean, is that a chessboard I see over there?
That looks like the dint of a guiding bolt. Who threw a guiding bolt?
Oh,
I hear.
How they missed?
It's a guiding bolt.
Exactly. It's what? Emma.
Hmm.
I found out I could do this cool thing.
what a cool thing.
You know how we were talking about rations and food and water and everything?
Yes.
I think I have found a solution.
You have.
I'm just gonna hold out my hand and cast create food and water. And then just all of a sudden 45 pounds of food just drops on the floor.
Lord.
And 30 gallons and barrels of water drops down.
I still only lift my head up.
Hang on. Wait just a second now. We need to have parameters for these things. If you're just summoning water and just 35 gallons just drops onto everybody, believe me, you do not want that to be the standard for the spell.
No. It says you can create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers.
Yes. Yes.
So they're
right
in
now you're in a
containers.
castle. Right? Yeah. So are you filling up cups?
Yes.
Okay, so you cast the spell and you fill everyone's cups with water and you drop 45 pounds worth of food on the floor.
Yes.
Okay, that is doable. Boom.
I'm just gonna make this room a swimming pool. It's fine.
Yeah, that's why I'm do not have the standard for this spell be you just drop gallons of water, because believe me, I will abuse that on you if you start with it.
Noak just starts tugging at his beard like he's thinking, and he slowly lifts his head up. Did you just pray for that?
Maybe. Partially. I don't know. It was kind of felt like casting other spells, but different. Kind of, but similar.
So I'm trying to understand this. You can just make food appear in water.
Yes. I mean, it's not good food by any means. I mean, it pretty bland.
Yeah, you see there's a chicken. There's a chicken leg, right? And it looks cooked and everything.
Grab the chicken leg.
Yeah, as you bite into it, it doesn't have flavor. It doesn't taste like chicken. In fact, it doesn't appear to have much of a taste at all. It doesn't taste bad. It just doesn't seem to have a taste.
Could use some spices.
Yeah. Probably.
That is food. It's chicken.
I say it. from what I can gather, it it will nourish us and keep us full. But I mean, it's not the most exquisite taste in the world, but it's not terrible.
The gods are good.
Finally, the door to your room is thrown open, and the guards run in with their spears, ready, like they're going to attack someone, and they bring their charge
It's
down
fun.
to a slow
Fun.
halt and look at all the food on the floor. We heard a loud thud.
Oh yeah, that was me. I was recently doing an answered prayer. Um, my gods have given me the ability to create food and water.
Come. Eat.
Hey, what?
Well, you see the food. I mean, it didn't just appear out of nowhere. Well, I mean, I guess it did.
The guards come forward trepidatiously, and they pick up, one picks up like a loaf of ham. Another one picks up like a potato, like a baked potato, and they sniff it and eat it. Bland.
Yeah,
It needs seasoning.
I mean, it's not going to be the tastiest thing in the world, but I mean,
Spices are expensive.
Yeah.
they are.
But it is food.
I'm gonna
It will
pop out
sustain you.
my jar of delicious jam.
Yeah.
Here, try it.
Oh.
There
try
are
it.
a couple of the
jam.
guards here that will take some of the food for their children at home.
I will say it's best if you eat it probably before 24 hours comes. After
Oh,
that,
it will be gone, trust me.
good. After 24 hours, due to my testing, it just kind of disappears. But it'll fill you up. It'll keep you nourished.
The guards will thank you up and down and ask what other miracles you can do.
I mean, there's healing people. Remember that one cultist back on Mistcliff that I brought back from the dead? I guess that was one of them. I guess. I don't know.
You can bring people back from the dead.
Mostly, I have to then heal them with my magic, and
There's a tug at the guard in front of you who's talking. There's a tug from behind, and he looks. There's another man behind him, and he goes, "Come on, we're not supposed to be in here." And he goes, "Wait. You can heal. What about sickness? What about disease?"
that's a good question.
Let's see.
You should visit the nearby cities. There are many who are starving. There are many who are sick. They could use hope.
Ooh, I could heal some disease.
Samara, I feel it would probably be a good thing for us to maybe wander out, see what some of these people are suffering through.
Alright. There's a lot of work to be done.
The guards remove themselves from the room, as they are not technically supposed to be in here.
Enjoy the food.
We should take some time. Walk the streets.
Probably. I feel we should. I feel we are getting at a point where, as much as the higher end of society is helping us, I feel we have to be in touch with the common people. Those are the people we need to make sure are not losing faith.
And it would be good to keep some things at least a little better when we can.
I wonder, it might be worth seeing if some of the local clerics, maybe they could learn this spell. I
I
doubt
thought
it.
the same.
I don't know if some of them might be able to. As you said earlier, the more powerful we grow, the more out of touch we are with the average person and their capabilities. But who knows? Maybe some people in the assembly that are clerics may be able to learn this.
Perhaps. It's worth asking.
It would be. I feel if I had to put a number to it, maybe 1 or 2 more times today, I can give a demonstration, but after that, I got nothing. Well, I hope the assembly is not breaking down.
No, you guys can pass the time in here, and eventually the doors will open, and you are called back to the assembly.
Why are all the bells ringing across the city?
No, as you guys return, you will find that the assembly hall is empty.
Oh, hello.
You are told that they have been instructed by the guards to leave before your return. The only people that are in there is the local clergy from the Temple of the Tides, as they act as the local heads of the church, and the 7 advisory members that were voted on by the assembly.
Okay.
Leviticus has also made himself present, but he just kind of stands by one of the doors that leads out of the chapel. It appears he's just here to listen. So you all are called back in, and it breaks down in formality from here. As you guys come back in, the 7 members approach you. They all address you. I don't have names for these 7 members.
Oh.
Aww.
Sorry.
Is the old lady with them?
Maxwell.
Yes.
Samuel.
Yeah.
Wheelwell.
If you guys want to name them, you are more than welcome to name them.
McGonagall. I want the old lady.
I don't care what you name them.
Old lady with McGonagall now.
Okay.
One is Greg.
Yes.
Okay.
One is Jeff.
These 7 members are assigned to basically answer questions and just give you a couple of cautionary forms of advice. Right? With the first one being that you need to be careful about what gifts you take from people. There are many kings that will look to buy you. You do not want to be in debt to a king.
I'd ask, do you believe it was a mistake to take this money from King Robert?
You took money from King Robert?
Well, we didn't take money. We took a chest of diamonds.
Yes. That was an absolutely big mistake, and you must return it.
Okay.
Understood.
If King Robert the Proud believes that he has you in his pocket, you will have to do what he says, or he will label you as a heretic. He will discredit your entire mission.
Understood.
And it won't just stop or start with Robert. The wizard over there. One of them just kind of gestures to Leviticus. Has come and informed us that you plan to go to Elithria.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have any idea what the state of Elithria is at this time?
Not if
Of course not.
What we intended to learn.
The ports are closed. People are starving. Riots break out in Iman. The Senate is losing power. One of their rogue generals has taken 57 tribes in the north and now contemplates a march south to retake his capital. The political situation there is dire.
How much do you know about this this general?
Not much. Comes from a fabled last name, though. Apparently, or so he says, a distant relative to a saint from the necrophage. Gatton himself, it would seem. But this could just be talk.
Well,
Claim the birthright of an ancient name is what Elithrians do. And they use it as a board, a springboard into power.
You know how many Gattons I met in the north? Too many.
There are many in the north.
A lot of drunkards claiming it. They don't make it far in life.
Oh, they kind of murmur to each other, and they murder. They murmur to each other, and they come to the conclusion that neither one of them have ever seen any actual records from this general indicating that his birthright or bloodline connects him to Saint Neil Gatton. But that is nonetheless what he claims.
And apparently has some level to stand on if he's gotten 57 tribes to back him.
Well, no, he's conquered 57 tribes.
So that's even worse.
He's conquered 57 tribes, enslaved 23, and has annihilated 16 due to uncompliance.
Has Sir Gatton replied to these claims?
Which claims?
That he's his descendant.
Of course, he claims them himself. He did when he was consul of the entire region.
No, I mean, does Sir...
The actual Neil Gatton
Yes.
claimed it.
Neil Gatton's activities are completely unknown. The Order of the Dawn is recently awoken, however, and it sends its agents far. Whether or not that is a direct command from the awakened Neil is unknown. He has not emerged from his fortress, or at least we have zero reports that the saint himself walks Naphus again. As far as we're concerned, he very well could be asleep still.
Understood.
I mean, Leviticus, didn't you say you go to Elithria, like, fairly often?
He lifts his voice, and it kind of echoes across the room. I was there last week.
And you didn't think to mention the, like, Gatton guy just taking over?
Potential?
That is a recent development.
How recent?
Within the last week.
Oh. He sure moves fast if it's only a week.
Well, the end of the world certainly presses one for time.
Does.
I mean, didn't you say you knew someone who was on the border of Elithria?
What?
or worked with them, something. I don't know. You confused them for me.
Oh. Yes, but he is further south.
Is there any way we could is there any way we could convince the Lithrians to avoid the whole civil war and lay their resources to our cause?
You could certainly try. The fact that the Elithrians are worried about this at all is merely due to their own pride. They fear a growing empire again.
I mean, I don't know much about the Elithrian Senate, but I mean, I feel they should. How much effort are they putting into stopping him?
That is unknown. The Lithrians are cunning. It is important not to tell them too much about yourself. They are not shy of using things such as poisons to get what they want. Political backstabbing and scheming is the daily landscape, at least among the elite.
It's cowardice.
You must be careful not to be roped into someone's cause upon your arrival, for they will most certainly try to. Your name is big. Your names are popular right now. To be in your graces, in your light, would earn them the favor of the people. That must remain firmly with you.
So we must take a stance. That we take no sides in any kingdom. We take no sides in any war. That we are on the God's side.
It would be best. There we go. Progress. They begin to murmur to each other. Yeah, very good. Okay, I think we were good.
Your counsel is wise. We are well educated. The dealings of the kingdoms. And even locations. So, have your counsel here. To combine knowledge. It will serve them well. Gods.
This chapel will be taken over by us. This advising body will stay here, where you will have access to us should you find yourself back in King Robert's good graces.
How do you think he's going to take returning the money? And the food. Suppose we should return the food.
The food is fine. But money is a status symbol still.
As well.
Give us the money, and we shall return it for you after you've left.
Of course.
Probably a better idea than us walking with anything like that.
Best
And
to
also-
avoid King Robert the Proud's ire.
So I do not want to be against the man, but I do not want to be owned by him either.
Wise.
I mean, Denmark, we don't necessarily need the food either. For us, anyway.
Then donate it to the poor. Don't give it back to him.
So,
When we walk
I-
the streets, we'll take the food with us.
yes. I say I can deal with our food and water issues, no problem now.
We should probably bring more. Perhaps a couple guards with us in case people get too desperate when we run out. Can no longer provide for them for that day.
Probably want to be a terrible dog, yeah? Hmm.
Only to have a presence, but to make sure they won't hurt anyone.
The party is in the middle of being advised about these different matters, primarily about how to deal with leadership, governments around the world, people that would seek to attach themselves to the hero's cause. Do you guys have other questions for the advisors?
I cannot think of any right now.
Not at the moment.
It's fine. They are going to be here, tending to the chapel, and if you should need them, you know where to find them.
Actually, I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
In the second chapter of the scroll, we deduced. We'd like your review of the text as I have translated. We believe that the next location for us to be sent is the realm of hell. If you could give us any information about that domain that you believe would be important for us to know and understand as we are meant to travel there, we would appreciate it.
There's a small amount of chatter between them before they come to the conclusion they don't know anything about hell. They've never been there. They've never met anyone that's been there. And not a lot of their texts go into great detail about what hell is. They simply refer to it as a realm of law, order, and despair. Also, it's described as a realm of punishment. They advise that you hold to your faith, and that even in the most darkest of places, know that the gods are walking with you. Outside of myth, the only thing that they can tell you about hell is that it is rumored to be the home of the river Styx. The river that flows between the realms. Outside of that, that's all they know.
Do we know if the river Styx flows through Naphus?
Yeah. In old stories, you could often get into the river and it would take you to hell from Naphus, but those are like myths and legends. There's never like a location that's described, excuse me. There's never a location that is described that mentions like, oh, these heroes all went to this one place, and if you read all these myths, you could figure out where it is. All these different stories take place in their native homelands, and the river Styx seems to be something that showed up to the heroes when they needed a way to hell. It just kind of appears. But there's similar references to such things like crossroads. If you wish to speak with an agent of hell, a devil, then you could perform a ritual at crossroads. The council highly advises against going to a crossroads and summoning a devil, as it will seek to corrupt you and attempt to make a deal with you that would then, just like kings with a chest full of diamonds, would try to buy you and own you. But I mean, perhaps if you could outsmart a devil, you might be able to trick it into giving you some information, but again, this type of stuff happens in fairy tales and stories. The Council highly advises against this.
Thank you for the information. We have much to think about.
Okay. From here, the party can dismiss themselves and head back to their quarters or to the dining hall, wherever it is they wish to go. Your meetings for the day are done.
Like late in the day, right?
Yeah, it's like late afternoon. That meeting took most of the day.
Unsure of what to do right now, other than wait for the new day to go through the streets.
Probably be the best.
This river Styx, you think it's going to appear to us when we're ready? When they are ready for us to go?
It might.
So, I want to get the party's opinion now on this. How do you guys want to do introducing yourselves to the people in these manners, performing miracles and stuff like that for them? Because, don't get me wrong, I don't mind role-playing through that stuff if you want to. That's totally fine. However, there will come a time where we've done it so many times that we'll eventually quit, right? We'll say, okay, you make food for them.
Yeah.
That is up to you guys. Do we start with that and have that as the standard, where if you go to make food for the populace, you have to spend a day doing this? And it just requires you to spend a whole day, not just making food, but distributing food, giving, sermons about what's happening, right? This would be like a multifaceted thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In which case, ingratiating yourself with the public, I would just have you roll checks.
Okay.
Right? Instead of making you go through the whole interaction. Again, unless you want to, which you'll have to be specific about that. If you say, okay, I actually want to go through this one, I'll be like, all right, let's do that. But it's up to you guys how much time you want to spend on this.
Not a terrible amount, probably.
Yeah, not probably a lot, honestly.
Okay, because don't get me wrong, ingratiating yourself with the people is a big deal, but it's not something that we need to spend an hour doing.
Oh.
We have had lots of downtime here in the city, and I'm sure you guys are getting itchy feet.
Yeah.
So,
Just a little bit.
we're going to do it this way. Select a member of the party to give me a religion check. And you can take that religion check with advantage.
Who has peak religion?
I'm gonna
Probably
guess
you.
Melrig.
No.
What's your religion at?
+0.
Oh.
I'm not
I-
intelligent.
I have a +5.
Oh no. Yeah.
I'll roll it.
Different
Wow,
Everything.
okay.
Everything.
Literally the max amount that you can get at this
Yeah.
level.
I'll roll it. 24.
Okay.
I think I think I'll handle the religion check.
Yeah, so Samara is going to be the one to give the sermon. With a score like that, too, especially after the reveal that you are an Azamar, the people will get to their knees and begin to pray. And this happens kind of all around you. Vimok and Melrig have, don't get me wrong, they're not an Azamar. They're not the embodiment of the gods. But they are still just as important. People are still dropping in front of you all as you hand them food, as they watch Melrig make food out of thin air. These miracles are enough to sway the populace back onto the side of the gods, where at first their prayers have gone completely unanswered. Now, even though the rains haven't stopped, there are those powerful enough to perform miracles to stand in for the gods and give the people what they need.
We've forgotten to talk with the assembly about more people with these capabilities.
Yeah, we did.
With sickness.
No, we can
as well.
always. You can always come back after the day is on.
Yes.
I mean, that's something you can handle in a letter, too, if you want to. Just like, hey, we're looking for candidates that are pious enough that may have this potential in them or something like that.
Yeah.
You can always send a letter.
So yeah, you got any clerics that are really good, can maybe create food too?
Yeah, it's something that you have to pray for, right? So it would really depend on their piety, how pious they are. And so you'd be looking for like some of the most pious people on Naphus, and they can make food and water. Also, just as a quick thing, I have 12 minutes and 20 seconds until I have to jump up and go check on my chicken in the oven. I'm preparing food for the week since I work the rest of the week. So apologies if I have to jump up mid-session and leave you to your own devices for a few minutes. Now, for the remainder of this day, or for the remainder of this next day, I'm still on the day prior. We will have the party basically donating their time to the people. Healing injuries or maladies, treating the sick, and feeding the poor and the hungry. Now, how many days do you guys want to spend doing this? Is it just one day, or...?
But I mean, Leviticus said he wasn't going to be able to. He wasn't going to Elytria until like next week, right?
No. He said he would take you when you want to go, and then, depending on how long you want to stay, he'll just meet back up with you. He used a week as an example.
Oh, okay. I'd say at least probably 2 or 3 days doing this, because it's our first time doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Samara, why don't you give me 2 more of those checks then?
Gotcha. 13.
Okay, and the next one?
18.
Okay. So for 3 days, the party will spend feeding the populace, healing the sick, and treating injuries. This has a couple of side effects. There are people who have now taken up to camping outside the gates to the palace. And every couple hours, the guards have to clear out encampments of people waiting for you all to emerge. They eventually move into the center of town, where guards are dispatched to keep the peace. So manpower is being stretched, especially when you guys do arrive on the scene. More guards are dispatched to ensure your safety. And by the end of the day, you guys return to your quarters in the palace exhausted.
Seems there's more and more of them every day.
It is truly getting desperate out there.
Perhaps we should keep going until someone answers that letter. Answers the call, so that they can take our place.
I feel like probably our best bet.
Yes. We should keep going, at least for now. Though, I would like to inquire with the wizard about some resources we might be able to procure for our trip.
Yes. We might have something. We should pray gods to send someone to take our place. Do not leave the people here abandoned.
Yes.
Of course.
We will pray.
Okay. So, later on that evening, the party, or at least Samara, you wish to speak with Leviticus?
Yes.
Okay. You can find him later on in the evening, retired in his tower, which he will open the doors for and let you in. And when you enter the room, it is dimly lit with candles kind of strewn all over the place. And he will rise from his desk and say, Samara, I did not expect you at this hour. It is good to see you. Come, sit down, please.
Thank you for receiving me. I hope I'm not disturbing any work.
No. Just measuring the amount of water still falling from the skies. It's less this week than it was last week.
Oh, is this good news? The rain will stop?
One can hope.
I was wondering if in your travels you have ever been able to construct bombs.
A bomb.
Yes.
No, not necessarily a bomb. I have worked with low-grade explosives before, though. Why do you ask?
I figured if we're going to hell next, every resource we can get is going to matter. Potions for healing to supplement our health as our spells begin to wane, but also much in the same course as potions, explosions or magical explosives that we could use to ensure that we have extend the amount of magical resources we have at our capacity when going to hell.
He takes a deep sigh and kind of a grunt. You and your companions should come see me tomorrow. There is something we should talk about, and maybe someone you should meet.
Thank you.
Don't thank me yet.
Understood.
You can see his face has become quite grim.
I hope this matter hasn't I hope this isn't asking too much of you.
No. In fact, it would seem that fate is an inescapable net wrapped around prophecy. And sadly, I must be its facilitator. We'll speak more on this tomorrow. I am disturbed. And he will begin to pour himself a glass of wine.
Of course. I'll bring my companions around tomorrow.
Please don't show up without them.
I'll make sure. I'll drag them here if need be.
Sadly, that would be required. He takes a deep drink.
Gotcha. I'll just see myself out.
He makes no comment.
I'll walk back to my quarters.
Okay.
I was thinking more of like a frost explosive, you know?
Oh yeah.
But barrel.
Yeah, but you just said explosive, so it's just like you said
didn't know
I
how to-
need an explosive. I need a bomb. I'm like, oh god.
I didn't know how to phrase it properly. Tired. I was just trying to think of, is there anything I need bombs.
I need a
Yeah.
bomb.
I need a bomb.
Made that man relive all the Dorgar War.
Everybody loves going to the head government official and being like, "Hey, I need a bomb. Give me some grenades."
Not even that. You just went. Have you ever made explosives?
Have you ever made on your travels? Have you ever made a bomb?
And if so, could you make another one?
Could you make some more? Leviticus has the Oppenheimer look on him as I leave the door.
Yeah.
We got a meeting.
Right? Like,
No.
Oh, Samara, you've returned. How did that go?
Nice. I mentioned that I went to go talk to him to see if we could get some bombs or explosives for our journey, and I feel like I may have encroached on something that is deeply personal. He would like us to come back, all of us come back tomorrow. There's somebody he wants to meet.
With the people. How long
I mean,
will
we
it
can
take?
meet him after the people.
Maybe we could get up early in the morning before we head out. And...
Talk amongst yourselves. Chicken is done.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
I imagine either before or after we talk to the people and help them.
What did you
I feel
talk
we
to him
might
about?
need to go.
What did you talk to him about?
I asked him if he had ever on his travel made a bomb.
What's a bomb?
I was more a bomb? Oh, a bomb is like it's a military weapon that we have down here in the south.
Mhm.
It's filled. I'm not sure exactly how it's made, but the main effect of it is that you can use it to explode.
Oh.
Much in the way that
Explosives.
yeah, it's an explosive. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you said he was disturbed when you asked him this.
Yeah, he seemed to have he went he had a more somber tone after I asked him about it.
Hmm.
Well, if explosives are
I-
what you wanted, there are, well, I don't imagine there are any more. But seal fat, condensed, melted down into jars.
Hmm.
With a wax strand, string coming from it. You light that with flame, throw it, boom.
That sounds very helpful.
Yes.
I was thinking that, since we're going to hell and all, anything that I don't know how hostile hell will be to us. I'm assuming it is filled with devils, and
Very
we're
hostile.
agents of the divine. So I figured
We will not find a
if
place
such
of
a
rest.
exactly, and every spell we have is going to count. So
Yes.
I figured it might be worth, we have potions and stuff. Might be worth topping up on potions, but it may also be helpful if we have, explosives and weapons to aid us in this battle in these coming times.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. I do feel, though,
Alrighty.
that if Leviticus, of all people, seemed disturbed when you asked him this, then that means he's probably seen something that's very worrying associated with this.
Yes, it may. That's why I feel like I stepped into a personal matter.
Hmm.
But I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, hopefully we receive an answer to our letter and we will finally be relieved.
That would be nice. Though,
It will probably also wouldn't hurt if we don't receive an answer tomorrow, then going by the council and seeing if maybe they have any clues.
Solid plans. The party retires for the evening with the hopes of a good meeting with Leviticus tomorrow. As you all awake the next day to a loud thunderclap in the skies, the weather has taken another turn. No slow rainfall. Today is a vicious thunderstorm.
Hmm.
After you all eat your breakfast and get a hold of your gear that you will need for the day, you make your way to Leviticus's tower, where you find him standing outside, drinking a cup of tea, waiting for you. He, as you approach, you can see that he is tired. Looks like he didn't sleep very well. And he says, I've been wondering all night how to justify this. I've been wondering all night about how to tell you what you're about to see. And I have decided that I cannot justify it. And I think it is best that you just see for yourself. Do not think poorly of me or the rest of this kingdom for what we do for the safety of its citizens. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
I understand.
He waves a man over. The same man you saw him talking to a couple of days ago. The guard that has the mustache. He looks to you all as he approaches and he says, "Follow me." And as you all follow, he takes you down a corridor along the side of the throne room that leads to a narrow staircase that spirals down. And the air begins to grow musty. As you all hit the bottom of the stairs, at least 2 inches of water are standing in this lower section of the castle. And as this guard's feet splosh through the water, he says, "You have 10 minutes to be able to speak to him." And you all begin to pass by rows of bars, beginning to rust near the bottom.
Where are we?
Do not tell him anything personal about yourselves. Only ask the questions that you desire real answers to, and do not let him in your head.
What do you mean?
He's down there. You'll see. And he motions to a cell on the far side. Give me just a moment, because I have to go check on something real quick in the kitchen. Apologies,
Yeah.
This is the only time I have, so please forgive me.
Look it.
I don't forgive you.
Who's in the box?
What's in
Who
the
is it?
box?
Honestly, if
I have an
everyone
idea,
was
Nath.
told-
I'm curious.
Is it? Do you think it's a? Do you think? Do you think it's the gnome?
I
Oh,
hope
God.
not.
I hope
Do you think it's the
not.
gnome, the old man gnome?
Alright. After I had to put him in a part of a war treaty. He better not be in a fucking cell.
It's the fucking gnome.
So fucking funny.
All I do every day in Leviticus forces me to make barrels of boom constantly. Oh, my back has gone out 50 times a day making these things.
Sorry about that. I had to put the noodles in. So I'll have to get up here in a couple of minutes.
You
too.
have another
But-
theory, but see if I'm right.
So, the
I
guard
hope you're
begins to leave back down the hall.
okay.
He doesn't go all the way out. He will kind of stay further down the hallway.
Is it dark down there?
It is. It's very dark.
Samara.
If you couldn't see, you're probably given a torch.
Okay. Torch.
Yeah. Or you take it off a sconce near the entrance and just take it with you.
Yeah.
And as you guys walk down towards the end of the hallway, sitting on a bed with their feet up on the bed, right? No part of them is touching the ground. Is a black Sphinxari with a scar moving across his right eye, wearing rags. To any viewer we have, a Sphinxari is a tabaxi. And as the light shines into his cell, you can see he squints just a bit. And he goes, requiring more, are you? Who is that? Who is there?
Supposed to talk to you about bombs.
Bombs. Now
can make
that's a
them.
new request.
Leviticus, who is this?
Leviticus is not with you.
I would say it's just us down here with him.
Who are you?
No, wrong question. The question is, who are you? If they've brought you to me, you must be desperate.
You
Desperate.
know how to make bombs?
I can. For a price.
What kind of bombs can you make?
What kind of bomb do you want?
Have you traveled the plains?
A few.
Have you ever fought devils?
He stands to his feet, his but one foot plopping into the water after the other. And he slowly begins to cross the cell until he enters the light of your torch. Now, why would I want to do a thing like that?
They're
Say you
embodiments
have
of evil.
enough.
Evil.
Yes. Evil.
No. You do not know evil. They are the embodiment of law and order, safety, and security.
Safety and security. Their home, referred to as the realm of torment. That is not
By those
safety.
who do not understand,
You claim it to be something else.
not me. He turns his back to you. My lord.
Who is your lord?
He grants me visions of a future yet to come. One shrouded in darkness, where fighting never ends. And the only nourishment the ground receives is that of the blood of believers. Like you.
This is evil.
Yet you need me. This
Do they?
entire kingdom needs me. You ask for bombs, I can make them. But I can do more. Much more. I understand the secrets of the arcane hidden in the ground. I can craft potions, elixirs. I was a master at one time, before I was shackled to the wall.
What kind of potions?
Your heart desires. I can take food and condense it into a small square. Preserve it for a lifetime. I can craft potions that will stitch your injuries before your very eyes, remove any sickness from the body. Why do you think I'm still alive? The wizard uses me, and yet I enjoy his company.
It seemed that the gods would even use something evil to provide good.
Perhaps your gods and mine are not so different.
So, can you create a potion that can protect from devils or harm them?
I can create something that will protect you, but I will not make something that harms them.
And why not?
Call it a clash of ideology.
How bound are you to this clash?
Eternally. He gives you a smile. My lord is fire and flame, and rules from hell. Sounds as if you either seek to go there, or you wish to tamper with its agents. In which case, I'm even more valuable to you now.
Things happening outside this wall that defy everything else that has happened. We are...
He rushes to the cell, the bars of the cell, pressing his face against it, and he says, "Yes, tell me of the outside world. I long for its news."
This is why we need our these potions. That is the only information you will receive.
Tell me,
Where we
is
are
King
going
Robert dead?
does not matter.
Does the king live?
He is alive.
And Mordenor failed. Pity.
Ordinar failed. What does that mean?
Who was Mordenor?
A friend. Dead, most likely. Otherwise he'd be here next to me. But he's not, so it doesn't matter. The sad part is the king is alive, which means you have to negotiate for me to enter into a workshop of some kind.
Do they have you make things normally, or are you always in here?
Oh, I make a great many things from behind these bars. But what you need is sophisticated. I need proper lighting.
That won't happen.
No.
Then thousands will starve. Thousands will become sick. And you will never make it to hell.
I think you're the only one that knows. Pity.
Yes.
You truly have no faith then. And you're lost. You'll see the torment when your time comes. And you'll regret
And my
everything.
time is coming. Soon the wizard will show his face again. Soon he will need something more. And I am now in a position to demand more. If you do not wish for that to happen, then kill me now.
What can harm a devil?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're talking to me again.
Yes.
Fuck off. How's that? How about this? I think I've spoken enough. In front of you stands a master alchemist. He extends his hands. And a drive to give you what you need. All I need is out of this cell. I can tell you anything you want. Anything. Just not from in here. Get me into a proper workshop, and I'll give you everything your heart desires.
No. And I start walking off.
No, I'm good. Go on, Samara.
Okay.
Goodbye, Samara.
Goodbye.
Well, Vimok laughs. Give me an insight check.
Uh, 13.
Well, you realize that that is the first time that any of you referred to one another by name in his presence. I'll be right back.
Yes. Yeah.
You'll
Yep.
see you later.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as we're walking.
I realized it at.
Oh,
I
wait.
realized it
Yep.
was as soon as it said Black Tabasco.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it!
That's how I thought
And
it
then
was.
and then he was like, well, Mordnoff must have failed, and I was just like, ah, God damn it!
Mordnov was supposed to assassinate the king, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, remember, like our whole thing was to, like kill the entire kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like our thing was to like wipe out the kingdom, but we couldn't do it because we finished the campaign and well, we stopped the campaign. So
I'm
now
glad he still
Mordnoff's
held out
probably-
hope.
yeah. So now they have
He's
him.
still-
Oh, the cave.
believe-
is on the
Mordnoff's
map.
probably
Here's the cave right here.
the cave is on the map.
Yeah. is that our little? Is that
Yep.
our hidey hole?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I was wondering.
I've got Easter eggs like that from other campaigns. It's pretty cool. Got our fort up there. with the tower, and
That's sick.
since it's been years down the road, it's built up. There's like a little town going on up there now. Well, village, but
Oh, just wait until
Oh
we
shit,
get to
my
Forge
thing's
Keep.
stuck. Is my giant line art still up? No, it's gone.
No, it's done now.
Where's oh, is Forge Keep on the map or is it in a different?
oh, that's
Well,
on
it's on a different
that's
map.
on a different one.
I mean, I was
Tim and I have
hoping
talked
our,
about what about
I was
Forge
hoping
Keep was going
Forge
to be.
Keep. I was hoping Forge Keep would turn into like a little town, you know, become a real city.
If it's what Tim and I last talked about, you'll be surprised.
Really?
A little bit, yeah. You also enjoy when we finally go to Forge Keep. Two things. One, the statue that's there that I definitely had Tim include in that.
Nice,
Of
nice,
four
nice.
of us. And also how many titles you're gonna hear.
Oh God, is it just like a billion titles for?
Yep.
Oh, I do remember. Freaking like accumulating title after title after title, which I
He
think
has
is
at
very
least-
funny.
I don't remember how many more I gave him.
If
whenever
it's
Tim
not
and I
longer
talked.
than the Holy Roman Emperor,
Well, he already
Lord
had like.
Protector.
Well, I think he already had like six or seven,
Pretty good. Pretty good.
and then I think I added at least 2 or 3 more.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly what I told him.
It's kind of like those scenes in Game of Thrones where they like read off like Daenerys' title and it's like 15 like titles and that.
Yeah.
Just this really long procession.
7, 8, 9, 10. He has exactly 10 titles. So when we go there will be 10 titles that are written off.
Oh my.
I think at least 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are new.
Okay.
One of them will be a surprise because it was kind of something Tim and I. Honestly, it was kind of just a funny thing I did.
Mhm.
And then obviously it's the new town that's going to be associated with it too.
What happened?
We were talking about
Yeah.
the titles they'll hear if we ever go to Forge Keep. And meet a certain someone. His 10
yeah.
titles, and the 4 new ones, and the 6 old ones.
A lot of titles.
He's got 10 of them.
You be
10 too
balling.
many, if you ask me.
He's a very prestigious man.
He really is.
He's not a man.
He is not a man. He's
a
definitely
very
not a man.
prestigious dwarf.
There you go.
What is there a masculine term for dwarves?
Dwarf. Oh.
I don't know.
4.
You're right, 4. I don't know.
4. I don't know. Maybe. We'll make one up.
Okay. So what is our? Do we wanna? Could we convince this little rapscallion to make
I
us
don't think
some?
we're going to convince them, but I don't think we're going to be able to convince the other people that are in charge of them.
I mean, Leviticus brought us down to see him, which means something, right? Like. Like, no?
Yeah, but Leviticus didn't go with us, though.
That's true. But we could.
Perhaps he doesn't like this guy.
What?
No.
I don't like this guy. Wait on this guy.
Wait
I don't
a
like
minute.
this guy.
No.
Wait a second. Wait a second. We could convince him to make us some bombs or potions to protect.
Yeah, but just because he makes us potions doesn't mean they're going to be beneficial to us. You just make a potion of, like a potion that kills us. And we
Right,
drink
that's
it.
why we'd have like Leviticus or like a cleric cast like Identify or something like that.
That's true.
We could test them as well.
Test them.
Yeah.
When you drink this,
In the full with care and watch under, you know? Like a cupbearer, you know?
you know,
I do not trust him
I don't.
at all.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I don't think you can trust a guy in a prison cell.
Well, I feel like we shouldn't trust the person who literally said, "I hope I fear Mordnoff wasn't able to kill the king."
Yeah. I don't think we can trust a guy who speaks, whose master is a devil.
Yeah. Also, that
Yeah. He's
like,
pledged himself to a devil.
and considering we're
Doesn't-
having to go to that, I feel like he probably really wouldn't want us to help us if we're going there. And give us things to use against said devils.
Vimak, you seem like you're a people person. What's your read on him?
If he did not have a use for any amount of good for this kingdom, I would have cut him down where he stood. That creature in that cell is not anything like us. That is evil.
No. You'd be pretty evil.
But they trust him enough to make them stuff.
Remember what Leviticus said before we came down. They're using him to protect their kingdom.
From what? Just in general?
That is the question.
Well, that's a question. Well, and also, we don't know what he's doing for them besides protecting them.
But also a piece of me now looks at this and everything else that we've seen of this kingdom. They're not looking to the gods for protection. They're looking to this. What would it say if we were to do the same? If we are the pillars of a new age, of a new world, we have to start setting an example. Gods are the one to look to. Always. They always have been.
So, we're not gonna not gonna.
No.
I'm not about to make a deal with the devil worshiper.
Yeah, I'm
not a
good, man.
devil, just a guy locked in a prison cell who makes maniacal laughter and promises drugs.
His words in response to what we had said. That is what. That's all we needed to hear.
He swore to a devil, and he was friends with the person trying to kill the king.
Yeah.
And was apparently not very happy that he didn't succeed.
We're not dealing with some common folk here. They have him locked in a cell and he knows how to do things that destroy and can heal. This is someone that is truly aligned to themselves with what they say.
No, you're right. We shouldn't work with the devil or one of his lackeys.
Yeah. So I feel it's best if we go speak to the council, see what they have in terms of getting some people to replace us. And then we need to make our way to Elithria.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. The party will exit the dungeon. As you come back up, Leviticus is standing there waiting. He says, "So, what did he say?"
He wanted us to, if we were to make a deal with him, he would want us to get him out of the prison cell and put him in a workshop. We declined the offer.
Art? But what did he offer? What did he... What did you want him to make?
Things that could
Mom?
harm devils or protect us from devils. Or any potions that would help us. And
This is why I figured you had
potions.
to speak to him. When Samara came into my study asking me about explosives and hell, there's only one person I know that is an expert on both. And it is that guy.
Yes.
he seems confident that he is the only one that knows how to get to hell.
He could be.
What of Cloud?
We don't know. Cloud can do it. I have no doubt of that. But the method, where you'll be, how much he knows, no guarantee in that. With this one, he does in fact claim to know quite a lot.
If what he says is true in his allegiance, and why you have him locked up in that cell. He also claims to have walked several planes.
He claims a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't exactly through when we said the king was still alive, so...
You told him the king lives.
We may have mentioned that.
We've kept most outside news from him. It's no surprise that he asked about such a thing. Him and 2 others were stopped in a plot to destroy the kingdom. He goes by the name of Crest.
When you can order off from that day. Oh. Nifty.
Nice.
And speaking of names, sorry to call you out on this, Malrig, but it said Samara's name to him. Who did? What could he do with her name? Leviticus.
In the stories about devils, a name was often very important. We'll keep an eye on him over the next few days. Make sure he doesn't get his hands on anything weird. Make sure he can't do some kind of ritual or something.
Thank you.
I appreciate the concern.
I think, unless anyone else says anything otherwise, I think we're gonna wrap up at 9 tonight.
Okay.
Because there is a lot to discuss for the next one. But I do want to give you a little bit of insight as to what I'm thinking for the next session. We are going to kind of speed run our way through any other last minute business we have here in Zrelishe, because we've spent 2 sessions here now. Or 3, something like that. We are going to speed run through anything that we have left here, and then we're going to get the party on its way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be the start of next session.